We're live.
Here we are.
Ooh, I'm tired today, so you're going to have to bear with me.
I'm yawning. My eyes are watering. So I'm not crying.
Am I infectious? I'm infecting her with tiredness. Hey, it's Jaime and
Sara.
And we're coming to you live, large and in charge from Springfield, Missouri, where we help stop the bottleneck in your business. This is Live with Bottleneck, but a special edition called A Week in Review with Jaime and
Sara.
And we're going to be talking about building roads today. So pretty powerful, even though Sarah's yawning.
Sorry.
Pretty powerful conversation coming to you today. So bear with us as we go into the ebbs and flows of our entrepreneurial journey. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
I'm still fighting the yawns. I'm sorry.
She just can't. Her excitement level is through the roof.
It is. I am excited, but I'm just got the yawns. They've just infected me this morning.
I infected her with yawns.
Welcome to A Week in Review. We're going to talk about building roads. And we're coming to you seated.
We're coming to you seated this week. That is right. So we're going to be talking. Today is April 8th. It's 10 a.m. Central. We're going to be talking about building roads. Building roads. Why in the world do you think I chose the title Building Roads this week?
Well, because physically we've been doing it. But I feel like there's so many ways you can talk about the parallels between actually building a road, an actual roadbed, and within your business.
Yeah. So right now, just I'm learning how to drive a tractor, and we're learning about cutting down trees and literally building a road to a future home site. And so we've gone out there really not knowing what we were doing, but having to try to figure out where we were going to put this road and how to level the ground so we don't get scared to death going on this uneven terrain, and how wide do we need it, and where do we need to come off of the main road, and how long is it going to be? And there's all these questions that we had to come up with. And I thought, man, that's eerily similar to building a company, building a road, building a company. You have to have a roadmap for what it is that you're doing, whether it's a delegation roadmap or a scalability roadmap or a staffing roadmap, or just a roadmap in general for the direction that you want to take to the company, for a vision, a mission, your core values. How are you going to get to that destination? And then when the road isn't what it's supposed to be, after you've built this road, you oftentimes need to go back and repair potholes and things like that. So I just thought, wow, building roads has such a tie-in with business that I thought it'd be a great theme for this week. What do you think?
Fighting a yawn there. I love it because you need to find the path of least resistance, and it's not always a straight line. There's obstacles. You want to be able to remove the smallest ones, and the larger ones, maybe you have to go around those. So, what's a large obstacle? Say it's staffing. Well, if you don't have the resources for the staffing, then that's an obstacle. You need to find a way around it and take on some smaller obstacles to be able to go around that obstacle. Does that make sense? I have a lot of obstacles to talk about.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, challenges, obstacles, whatever it is, but you also need to hire or somehow find expertise to help navigate
to get there.
These, right? So we're talking to someone that is an arborist, and whose contracts with the Missouri Department of Conservation. And what she's going to do, we're meeting with her on Sunday. She's going to go out and look at our property and tell us, what trees are there and what trees are not good, and look at the path, that we've kind of mapped out, and tell us, what we can do, because we have to cut down some trees. We have cut down trees already, but we don't want to cut down trees if we don't have to, or what trees do we need to cut down, because that's actually not a good thing to have there, so that the other trees can be healthier, and just little things like that. And so much in the same way that our business runs, is we have to find experts to support us and to assist us. And like my personal assistant, she's an expert in detail and email management and calendar management. I am not. So we look to find people who can, and then we have, vendors that are helping us with, our CRM and sales programs and advertising. These are all things that we don't know, but we need to be able to kind of lean on them for their expertise. So much in the same way that you're growing your business, you have to find people that can take care of a lot of the things that you maybe are not as efficient in or know as much about, so that you can focus on doing your best work, whatever that may be.
Yeah. So if there's like with our CRM, we have contracted with some outside help, an expert actually in Go High Level. And the last time, the current CRM we're using is HubSpot, and we did everything internally. Well, the team did the best job they could, and they did an excellent job, but they weren't experts. They learned to be very knowledgeable in it, but they weren't actually experts in HubSpot. So much the way we need an arborist who's an expert, we just don't want to go out there and go mamby-pamby like, oh, that tree, let's keep that one. It might be infested with bugs and we need to get rid of it. So you've got to weigh the benefits, the pros and the cons of, okay, do we hire outside expertise, or internally can we handle this? And we found out finding actual experts, like me doing bookkeeping. I am not a bookkeeper, and I was doing the best I could. I have an assistant, and she is an expert at bookkeeping, and everything is now, it's all puppy dogs and kittens.
Pink elephants and lemonade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I echo that exactly. So can you do it yourself? Can we go and build our driveway ourselves? Of course.
It's going to take a long time.
It's going to take a long time. We don't know if we're doing stuff wrong. We don't know if we're doing, like,
it's going to take longer, and there's a higher probability that we're going to make mistakes that are
costly,
financially devastating,
ineffective, are hurting the land that we love. Like, it's make the investment, hire somebody that can support you. You're going to save a ton of time, ton of money. Investment, not expense. This is purely an investment.
Yep. Just
like we invest in so many people here at Bottleneck. So,
yeah. With my assistant, Chanel, she has freed me up to help in so many other places. I don't have to worry about payroll. I mean, I do, but I'm not there in the trenches. I am with her a little bit.
Yeah, you pretty much are.
But she's got it under control. She's coming up with plans. We go over the plans. Great plans. Let's go. You're the expert in it, and everything has been pretty hunky-dory so far.
What do you want to talk about? What happened this week?
You betcha.
What just happened?
I don't know. I've slept since last week.
So this week has been pretty crazy. Had a great conversation for our live with Bottleneck on Wednesday. We had brought in our team, part of our team, to tell you about their experience and what it's like to be a dedicated distant assistant working here at Bottleneck. So that was really, really fun and insightful. And if you missed that, definitely go check that one out. I think that was pretty cool. And if you're at all looking at the possibility of hiring a distant assistant for your business, then you definitely should check that one out, because it was a great conversation. They were fantastic. In addition to that, I told you we were looking at launching a Bottleneck Academy, and the team did fantastic. We launched the Bottleneck Academy. So they'll be doing ladderized training for customer service representatives and personal assistants and project coordinators. We've also vetted 16 people that are ready to work right now. So we created a page for that. And that's Bottleneck.Online/ready-candidates, if you want to go check that out. It's pretty cool, all the stuff that's coming to fruition now. Had a great meeting with our new website architect sales process, and we went through kind of the initial designs and things like that, telling the story and what the client experience is going to be, or the user experiences, the UX user experience is going to be like on the new website. So that was pretty cool. We got the temporary website done at Bottleneck.Online, so you can go there and just sign up without any kind of figuring anything out. It's just a quick consultation link now. This temporary until the beginning of June. So yeah, a lot of stuff like that. How about you?
Yeah. So all of that, plus we had a great advisory board meeting yesterday.
Ooh, yeah.
And we learned, and this is what advisory boards are for. And we lean on these people quite heavily once a month and ask them questions. We want them to help us. We want their ideas. They came up with some amazing ideas. Our meeting was only supposed to be 30 minutes and we went over an hour. And they kept coming up with ideas and coming up with things, for us to try to pursue. And so it's kind of opened our eyes that we have some
we need to
evergreen.
Be
yeah, we have some evergreen material that we need to be using. We didn't quite know how to use it, and now we know how to use it and where to market that, where to target that. So that's pretty exciting. Yes, and Jamie was informed that he needs to go back to being a pirate.
Yeah, so heavy into systems and processes, but they were right. I kind of need to, go back and
get those creative juices flowing.
Yep, pillage and plunder, that kind of stuff.
That's what we're told to do.
Yeah, pillage and plunder. But also we have a lot of documentation here that we've written. I was encouraged to write the definitive guide to hiring a dedicated distant assistant. So I might be doing something like that, and maybe it's an annual report or something like that. So once a year, what's the state of the industry of a distant assistant? And so maybe we do something like that. I was also told to read the book "What's Coming Next" by Clayton Christensen. So I'm going to go find out what that is and do me some reading. I was also encouraged to maybe see if I can get to talking to some groups, maybe start local, and then maybe regional, and then national, and maybe even global. But I got to start somewhere. And I have a book, and I was reminded, why did you write the book? And I said, well, I wrote the book because I wanted to, be viewed as a leader in business growth, and they politely reminded me that I've stopped doing that. I've stopped sharing that. So I've got to get back on the wagon there. And
I think Jamie doesn't realize I'm on the outside looking in. People, when they want to talk to Bottleneck, they want to talk to Jamie. Like, Jamie's mind is just full of information, and the way that he can articulate all the information that's in his brain is pretty dumbfounding to me. It really is when it relates to business and when it relates to delegating tasks and your systems and processes. And
in personal life, I'm just dumb as a rock.
So Jamie's an expert, and I don't think he needs to use that expertise that he has and share that. And he needs to share it through more mediums than just meetings, because you don't have enough bandwidth to just do meeting after meeting after meeting. There's got to be some way that you can share your expertise, not on a one-on-one level, but on a semi-intimate level. And that would be with reports, with, I don't know, webinars. I'm not sure.
Webinars, maybe speaking gigs,
Yep.
Things like that. So if anybody here knows anybody that's hiring speakers for audience members that could benefit from growth strategies, systems, processes, how to hire effectively, you know, I am now going to be putting myself out there to do that. So I have some stuff I have to prepare in order to do this. I've got 6 different topics, presentations for speaking, anywhere from 20 minutes to 60 minutes. So I can roll those out and kind of refresh my memory on those and hopefully help people out, and then bring people and introduce them to Quit Repeating Yourself, my book, stuff like that. So if you know anybody, let me know. I'm happy to reach out to them and chat with them and stuff like that. So I'm going to be putting myself out there, and she should come along with me because she's freaking brilliant as well. And look at that. You could get 2 of us for the price of 1. That's what we were up to this week.
I'll just stand on the sidelines with a sponge and a rag.
If you have not seen me talk before, you definitely want to hire me, because you want to see someone freak out on stage. I'm your man. It'll make you feel so uncomfortable, but you're feeling something. That means you're alive.
So no, he freaked out because he wasn't prepared for this speech at all.
I wrote it as I was being called up on stage.
Yeah. So don't do that.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. So you want to talk about what's coming up next week?
You betcha.
All right.
What's up?
What's up? What's coming up next week?
Oh, let's see. Do we have a deadline next week? Oh, next week is payroll. It's also Maundy, Thursday, and Good Friday. And I think that in the Philippines, they call it Black Saturday. It's a big holy holiday weekend for
basically it's like spring break. They all go party for 4 days
in the Philippines. Well, what's a great thing is, they've finally started easing restrictions in the Philippines, and some people haven't seen their family since COVID started. So now a lot of Filipinos are going to take advantage of a long weekend and go spend time with their friends and family, which I think is really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Bottleneck will be open, but we all have a skeleton crew. It'll be me and Jamie.
Actually, we'll be closed.
Oh, we're going to be completely closed next Thursday.
Completely closed next Thursday and Friday.
All right. So I did not know this. I know it now. Thank you.
Yep. Next weekend closed Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
We're gonna have lunch with Lindsay of
Dynamic Strides.
Dynamic Strides to kind of we did that event a couple of weeks ago, and we're just gonna kind of debrief from that and
get ready for the next one.
We've
already been in talks with a promoter of sorts.
Yep.
So
a lot of people interested. They love the event, so we want to go out and raise some more money.
This is how we're giving back to the community.
Yep.
We love doing this. I love seeing people smile and seeing people happy, and see a good cause
and play some hockey.
Be able to make it a few more years. It's tough when you're a nonprofit.
Yes, it is. Anything else?
What else is coming up next week? I think we're going to get our 911 address. That's kind of exciting.
Oh, that is kind of cool. So for those of you that don't know, we were super excited because we have some raw land, but we didn't know where we were putting in the driveway. And so there's no address for this land.
Yeah.
So when people are like, what's your address? there's no address. And so what you have to do is you have to go visit the county and go to their mapping, and what is it called? Mapping and something. And then they say, okay, where are you? How do you access the property? And we go, I don't know. So we were wondering, because our property sits behind this row of lots that are owned by someone else. We're like, well, do we buy a lot to get back there? And then we found out, well, there's a right of way. The county built in right of ways there so you can get back there. But we didn't know whether we were going to build by the lot or get in through this right of way, because the right of way is a little bit further away from our future home site. We're like, wow, is it going to be more expensive to build a road and go back there? Speaking of building roads, or do we just go short and, get the lot? And so we invited our friend out that has a excavation company. He goes, you do not want to get that lot because the angle for the driveway would be so steep. It'd be a lot easier for you to go the right of way. So now we know that we can go on the right of way.
And we know exactly where the home building site will be, because actually the right of way has nothing to do with our address. Our address has to do with where we sit behind the residential lots.
Oh, it does?
Yes. So we're behind 16 and 17, I believe.
Oh.
So that's the information I gave to Danny at mapping.
So it doesn't mean our address is, so it's where the home is, not where the driveway is.
I think it has to do with both, but
Huh.
But she needed to know
Interesting.
how we went in and where the home was actually going to sit. So what that means, I don't know.
Pretty interesting. So when we talk about 911 address, it's what is our address going to be if someone, needed 911 assistance, right? Like how would they know to get there? So yeah, pretty interesting.
And you have to have that to use the locator service, so that the locator service comes in and checks for, utilities underground. So when the excavation crew comes in, they're not tearing this stuff up. I don't think they're going to find anything, but
you never know.
You never know.
There may be gold in them Lar Hills.
Maybe.
Probably a lot of arrowheads.
Yes.
That'd be exciting if we find an arrowhead.
Yes.
So pretty crazy stuff going on there. Anything else coming up next week?
I don't think so.
All right. You want to do some shout outs?
Let's do some shout outs.
We're going to do some shout outs.
Welcome to the Bottleneck, where we can review shout outs. That's my radio voice. What do you think?
Lord. It's shout out time, people.
So my biggest shout out goes out to Morgan and
Sandra.
What, I can't remember Sandra's last name. Morgan and Sandra on the board of advisors, who really, really dug deep with us when it came, and Gordon was kind of pushing them, help us. We need some answers here. And so they really helped us and looked at it from a different angle, a different perspective, and different opportunities that we had never even thought of. So there we go. Those are my big shout outs.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, thank you to them. I want to do a shout out for our vendors right now. Social Referral Finder. What's the
Darkan?
Darbuka. Andrew Muller, Creative, and Jonathan Peck and Andrew Muller and Fiona Qualls and Aiden and Azel and
Aaron.
Yep, Aaron, and who else?
She was in the top right corner.
Karuki?
Yep.
Karuk. Gordon, Ems. Thank you for launching Ems and Jara a big time, because they launched Academy on time.
Oh, and who else? So Dave and Emmon for the security program. Holy
yes, those guys nailed it.
They nailed it.
Dave and Emmon, man, thank you. You big shout out.
Yeah,
we've been working so hard on the security program. Bottleneck has launched a full-blown secure platform. and that will be launching April 18th for clients that want to take advantage of it. So we have a program called BOSS. She created it, the Bottleneck.Online Security and Support System program. And we're super excited about rolling that out. We'll be finalizing our security policy and all of the security marketing documentation and materials that we'll be handing out and putting on the website and things like that on Wednesday. So pretty excited since we're taking Thursday and Friday off. Monday, the 18th, we'll be rolling it out.
Rocking and rolling. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, when you have talented people, so we hired Dave to be in sales, and Dave he's a super intelligent, smart guy. We play hockey with him. We call him Stovey. And you know what? We knew that his expertise would be better suited in another area. And so he's our special projects support. And oh my God, talk about an organized leader when it comes to something like that. He's just really doing a bang up job. And Jamie's already got the next special project lined out for him that starts on Monday. Yes.
Yeah. I think we're changing it to project supports manager. He didn't like the word special. I understand that, but project support manager. But yeah, he's already got 2 more things lined up right behind, and he's going to be starting on Monday with the next step in our referral program. And then we're going to be going in and doing more research on location specific areas that we can really, really, really make an impact with Bottleneck on. Yep. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
It's really cool. Our team is amazing. I was talking to Jovelyn the other day, and I said, Jovelyn, can you believe that just a couple of short years ago, you were working as a scribe in a doctor's office?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, I know. Look at you now. She's managing teams, and
now she's our system administrator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So yeah, those are our shout outs. I guess anything else?
Yeah. And I got to give a shout out to my husband. He's been really awesome this week.
Aww.
Awesome and supportive and happy. And not that he's not always happy, but not as much stress in his life. It's pretty cool. We can give a shout out to this guy.
Yeah, say, hey, Poppy. Hey, come on. Come on. There he is. There he is. There's Kita. Hi.
There's our silly boy.
He's doing good. He's doing good.
He wants something.
He does. He wants something. He probably wants to go out or something. So you want to take us home?
All right. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and take us home.
All right. Learn how you can break through the bottleneck in your business today. Check us out at Bottleneck.Online /BTB, where you can see all the episodes of A Week in Review, Live with Bottleneck, and some fun videos in there as well. Yeah. And quit repeating yourself. This is a great book that you should read. Jamie is an expert in systems and processes, and he's also an expert at writing a very condensed, information-packed book that is also very entertaining, as he talks about some of his trials and tribulations through life. It's life experiences, and it makes it a very entertaining and very valuable read. I love it. So thanks for joining us for Building Roads. It's April 8th, and it's now 10:30 a.m. Central Time. Okay, so Jamie was talking about what it means to be a DA and the Live with Bottleneck that happened on Wednesday, March 30th. And Michaela, Ella, we call her, and Raina, Ems, Geraldine, who we call Jera, and Crystal were on the show with Jamie, and they talked about what it's like to be a DA. You should tune into that and check it out. And coming up next week, we'll talk about business etiquette with Iman Bradwell L. She's the founder of Dabby's Daughter. She will be live Wednesday, April 13th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Central and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And that's it.
That's it.
We don't normally sit during our show, and I had to wheel my chair in here. It's like in the reclined position. I'm pretty comfy today.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was a busy week. If you need to learn more about us, go check us out at Bottleneck.Online. You can always email either myself or Sarah at Bottleneck.Online or info@Bottleneck.Online. You can check us out on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You can learn more by This is actually our YouTube channel, but Bottleneck.Online/TV. Follow us on YouTube. I'm really pushing YouTube. I want to get those subscriptions up there. We're on Instagram, Bottleneck Distant Assistants. Again, go to quitrepeatingyourself.com, quitrepeatingyourself.com to learn more. And you can learn more about becoming a Bottleneck partner today by visiting Bottleneck.Online/partnership-program. I guess.
We're going to go play some hockey.
We're going to go play some hockey.
And we're going to build some roads this weekend.
We're going to build some roads.
Mm-hmm. Listen, we gave up excellent free tickets to the St. Louis Blues game because we have our priorities. We've got to get our roads done.
Special shout out to John and Lisa. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go. Have a great one. Thank you very much. And yeah, let's go Blues as they take on the Minnesota Wild. And they're 1 point away from each other for the wild card spot.
Do they play the Wild tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow, who do they play tomorrow?
I don't know. Wild.
Oh.
Is it Wild? No, that's the 16th.
So back-to-back games.
Yep,
so Saturday will be an interesting game, especially this afternoon. They're not going to have as much rest. Oh, no, I think it's an evening game. All right.
All righty. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
I forgot one more thing. Don't forget, create your own ripple.